Now, the governor calls out the state legislature after they take no action in today's special session. What's next? Just 3 days before Tuesday's election. And police make a second arrest in this week's double homicide at the Arboretum. Plus, see how a group of Evansville businessmen are trying to lift their town's spirits amid the pandemic.
This is News 3 Now at 10.
Thanks for joining News 3 Now at 10. I'm Amanda Quintana. Wisconsin Republicans are asking the U.S. Supreme Court to block extended absentee voting in this Tuesday's primary election. Meanwhile, a special session to address Wisconsin's upcoming election ended in just seconds earlier today. Adam Duxter was there and joins us now with what this could mean for the upcoming election. Adam.
Well, Amanda, those we talked to today say this was the result that they expected, but they're still holding out hope Wisconsin could become the 16th state to postpone its election.
April 2020 special session will stand adjourned until Monday, April 6th. The April 2020 special session is adjourned.
With the sound of a gavel, Wisconsin's special session to address the election was over in just seconds. With an election just 3 days away, some state officials fear a time to act is slipping away.
Wisconsin is the only state that is stupid enough to continue with an election on April 7th. I don't want to make this into a political issue. This is a question of saving lives.
So far, 15 other states have postponed elections or moved elections to be done entirely by mail. Senator John Erpenbach says as more cases of coronavirus are confirmed each day, he's worried about voter safety.
This is all about public safety. This is a matter of keeping people safe. And not to sound overly dramatic, it is an issue of life or death for some people.
And adds a lack of volunteer workers to run the polls is another concern. Outside the Capitol today, protesters demanded elected officials take action.
People are terrified. They don't want to come out, and who can blame them? Who can blame them? What is there to gain by going ahead with the election at this point?
And say they're worried putting thousands of people through the polls will only further the spread of COVID-19. Both state senators say they're still holding on to hope Wisconsin can figure out a solution in the coming days. Governor Tony Evers responded to today's special session in an email where he called out legislators and urged them to make the matter to a vote. Now, his hope is that the election will either be postponed or they can find a way where Wisconsinites can vote from home.
All right. Thank you so much, Adam. To protect poll workers and voters during Tuesday's election, the City of Madison Engineering Division is putting up plexiglass barriers at all 66 polling locations. The barriers will support social distancing guidelines. One barrier will be set up in front of 2 poll workers checking IDs, another for one who gathers the ballots. The barriers were designed last Monday, and officials say they plan to finish installing them by Tuesday. New tonight, President Trump says there's no contingency plan for this August nominating convention in Charlotte. He says he thinks the country will be in good shape by late August and plans on having a, quote, great convention. The event would bring as many as 50,000 activists and officials, delegates, and media members to North Carolina. July's Democratic National Convention in Milwaukee was pushed back to August earlier this week. Governor Tony Evers says Wisconsin has been granted a major disaster declaration for the coronavirus pandemic. The governor requested the federal assistance earlier this week, which will provide access to public assistance programs for all 72 Wisconsin counties and the state's federally recognized tribes. In a statement, Evers said he is, quote, grateful for the swift action of the federal government and that the assistance granted today will help ensure Wisconsin can gain access to critical assistance as we continue our work to respond to the pandemic. There are now more than 2,100 confirmed cases of coronavirus and 56 COVID-19 related deaths in Wisconsin. DHS numbers show an increase of 12 deaths since yesterday afternoon. Dane County has 269 cases, while Milwaukee County still leads the state with 1,058. Roughly 28% of those patients with confirmed cases have been hospitalized. Nearly 24,000 people have tested negative. The U.S. hit another grim marker of the pandemic today, a record 1,224 deaths over 24 hours. The previous high was 1,100 set yesterday. President Trump says there will be, quote, a lot of death in the coming weeks. Nationwide, the death toll from the coronavirus has passed the 8,000 mark, with close to half that number in New York State alone. New York appears to be inching towards its apex, the point at which the number of daily COVID-19 infections is at its highest.
That is the ultimate challenge for the healthcare system. Can we handle that number of cases at the high point of the curve? I call it the battle of the mountaintop because that's what it's going to be. That's going to be the number one point of engagement of the enemy.
Governor Cuomo believes the state will reach the peak in the next 4 to 8 days, much like how the world watched cases grow, then diminish in China. All eyes are now in New York to be the model for what's to come.
At my direction, 1,000 military personnel are deploying to New York City to assist where they're needed the most. That's the hottest of all the hot spots.
Intense hospital needs and high death and sickness numbers are expected to continue for weeks. After the apex, there's more than 300,000 confirmed coronavirus cases across the U.S. U.S. Surgeon General Jerome Adams is encouraging people to make homemade masks after the CDC recommended yesterday wearing face coverings in public. In a video, Adams says a mask can be made with items around the house, like scarves, hand towels, or even an old T-shirt. While wearing a mask is recommended, Adams says it's not a replacement for social distancing. The UW Police Department has arrested a second suspect in connection to a double homicide that happened earlier this week. 18-year-old Elijah Jawan LaRue is being held in the Dane County Jail on 2 counts of party to a crime for first-degree intentional homicide. Also a suspect in this case, 18-year-old Kari Sanford, being held on those same charges. UW police say the victim suffered gunshot wounds believed to be caused by Sanford and LaRue. Victims Dr. Beth Potter and her husband, Robin Kari, were found in a ditch in the UW Arboretum on Tuesday, a result of what police say was a targeted act. Authorities say this is still an active investigation, but believed to have the primary 2 suspects in custody. If anyone has information, they're asked to call Madison area Crime Stoppers. Well, it was pretty sunny outside today. Let's get a look at your first warn weather with Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti.
Amanda, it looks like we'll see another nice day tomorrow. The time lapse from the WIC Skycam showed some clouds to start the day, but then we had that bright sunshine that allowed temperatures to get up to around the 50-degree mark and a beautiful sunset tonight. Right now on Doppler track, no precipitation across Wisconsin. That's good news. That should be the same for tomorrow. High temperatures topped out right around 50 degrees here in Madison. We're at 51. Janesville a little bit milder at 54. To the north and west, temperatures were in the middle to upper 40s, and right now temperatures are generally in the lower to middle 30s. Madison still at 37, still 43 in Monroe and 41 in Janesville. By tomorrow morning, those temperatures will be down right around the freezing mark. Then we'll see a quick warm up in temperatures, so that with the bright sunshine tomorrow, expect high temperatures to be a little milder, around 57. Later on, I'll take a look at a forecast that includes mild weather for the start of next week with some shower and thunderstorm chances, and a big change toward colder weather at the end of next week.
Thank you, Gary. More local news now. Madison Animal Shelter is making sure to reach out to potential pet parents by taking their weekly animal fair online. Representatives from Shelter from the Storm say their facility may be closed to the public, but they still have animals that are in need of forever homes. The group hosted their second virtual adoption fair on Facebook Live today, showcasing what the shelter has to offer.
We post stories and videos and photos. They come from our fosters and our staff members about the animals, and give people an opportunity to reach out and say, like, hey, you know, like, I'm really interested in Mama Bear, tell me more.
Organizers also say that people who can't adopt or foster animals can help out by donating cleaning supplies through their Amazon wish list, or even sharing their social media posts. They plan to continue the virtual adoption fair for the upcoming weeks and look forward to getting the right animals in front of the right people. A group of Evansville businessmen are showing their appreciation for the community's frontline workers during the coronavirus pandemic. The group placed about 40 signs all over the city with the words, "Stay Strong Evansville." They also gave out flower bouquets to first responders, hoping to send some love amidst uncertainty brought on by the virus. One of the men responsible for the uplifting signs says the idea came together after the owner of Main Street Signs put the words, "Stay Tough Wisconsin," in his store window.
It just came out of the more or less the air that we said, we got to do something. Well, what do? Well, why don't we do some signs? Why don't we thank the people that are the especially important people? And why don't we try to get an attitude in the community to show that we are together and we'll get through this?
Roger Berg also says the group initially planned to work anonymously, even choosing to put the signs up in the early morning when most places were closed. But because Evansville operates like a close family, news of their efforts spread quickly. Here's a heartwarming story for a woman preparing to say goodbye to her mother. An American Airlines crew upgraded Cheryl Pardo's ticket to first class and actually says lifted her spirits. Take a look.
Good morning. Welcome aboard American Eagle with service to Boston. My name is Jessica. Dion and I will be your flight attendants. And we have Cheryl as our passenger. Living it up in first class, Mama. Yes, everybody shout out to Cheryl, the only passenger on the flight. Thank you so much for joining us today. We appreciate and value your business, and we hope you fly with us again.
That scene happened on March 27th when Pardo was flying from Washington, D.C. to Boston to see her mother for the last time. Pardo's mom had dementia and had been declining for months. She says she spent the ride telling the flight attendants about the kind of woman her mother was. Her mother passed away at the age of 83 the next day. The Empire State Building is shining in a dynamic heartbeat to show solidarity with victims and first responders. At the top of every hour, the building sparkles in the colors of first responders, paying respects to the emergency workers on the front lines of the fight. At the close of the light show, the Empire State Building goes dark for 5 minutes to honor those who have lost their lives to the pandemic. Coming up on News 3 Now at 10, we take a closer look at how the pandemic is impacting the way people are celebrating this month's holidays.
The road to deer season madness is at Sloan's. Get a John Deere and your Sloan deal. Get 4.9% for 48 months or $69 per month on a John Deere Z345R. Get a John Deere now during deer season madness and powered up with Sloan's.
At Sprint, our priority is keeping our customers, employees, and communities safe. During these uncertain times, we want you to get great service without leaving the safety of your home. Shop at Sprint.com for free next-day shipping and no activation fees on our best new phone deals, like the Samsung Galaxy S25G for just $0 a month. Plus, you'll also get a $100 prepaid MasterCard when you switch online. Stay healthy and visit Sprint.com to get the services you need.
Ever since we opened Culver's, community has meant the world to us, especially in times like these when the going gets tough. That's why we're keeping our drive-thrus open, continuing to cook every meal to order as if you were a guest in our home. We want to be here for you, today and every day, sharing our smile and safely serving with all our heart. Caring for you and your family, it's our pleasure. Together, we'll get through this.
Coming together makes us stronger, and Ford is built to lend a hand, especially now, with 6-month payment relief. Buy a new Ford. We'll defer 3 payments and make 3 payments for peace of mind up to 6 months. Shop at Ford.com or contact your Ford dealer to find out more about home delivery and other vehicle service options. You have a lot to take care of. Let us help take care of you.
Wow, you ready?
Yeah, let me just grab my wallet.
Uh-oh, I've seen this before. Wallet way too big, skinny jeans too skinny.
I'll just carry it.
Before you break something, you should know you don't actually need a wallet. With BMO Harris, you can just take cash out with your phone. Or if you need to, you can pay them with Zelle.
That works?
Yeah. You're stuck, aren't you?
Smile.
Woo!
cool.
Those jeans are way too tight.
That feeling you get when no wallet is no big deal. That's the BMO effect.
The road to Deer Season Madness is at Sloan's. Get a John Deere and your Sloan deal. Get 4.9% for 48 months at $139 per month on a John Deere Z720E. Get a John Deere now during Deer Season Madness and
Easter is just a week away, and local businesses are adapting to uphold their long-standing traditions. We'll hear what Clausen's is doing to celebrate.
And the sun is back along with the chance for showers. Join us Sunday at 6:30.
Madison police joined Badgers fans around the state at 3 o'clock today to jump around, all while social distancing, of course. The movement all started with Token Creek DJ Chris Truitt, who said he's trying to pick up the spirit of Badgers fans everywhere during the pandemic. Holidays in the age of coronavirus look a little different. With Passover starting this week, our Gabriella Becerra shares how those celebrating are adjusting.
Typically, friends and family come together on holidays, sometimes even traveling long distances. Now, coronavirus restrictions are making that nearly impossible, but people are still finding ways to celebrate. With plans to travel home to Ohio called off.
Given the current state, just large family, a large gathering, trying to avoid that.
Corey Barabitsky will be connecting with his family over Zoom for Passover this year.
I guess most of us are in different time zones, so a few people joining at 3:30, a few people joining at 6:30, but all in all trying to get the family together to continue to celebrate the Passover Seder.
While logistics are usually left up to his mom, this will be his first time having to figure out how to lead his own Seder.
One of my first years celebrating Passover on my own without my family, so I have never had to shop on my own for this stuff, so that's going to be new.
Rabbi Avremel Matusov of Chabad Madison says this will be a unique Passover for everyone.
Some people are going to have to lead a Seder at home. They're becoming their own Moses. They got to lead the Seder with whoever they have under the same roof, and whether it's a large family or small or just a roommate, whatever it may be.
Although it will be different, Matusov says thinking about the freedom and liberation in the past is almost parallel to what the world is facing today.
You know, focus on what's important. It's a great time to really celebrate the holiday. And what's really cool is actually this is the initial way Passover was celebrated the first year. When we were in Egypt, we were told, stay home that night. Don't go out. You got to quarantine with your family. And so that's what we're doing here, and it's fine.
If you're leading your own Passover Seder this year, Chabad Madison has resources on its website with how to prepare all of the different elements. In Madison, Gabriella Becerra, News 3 Now.
For those who won't be able to make their own, Chabad of Madison is also preparing Seder dinners for curbside pickup so everyone in the community can celebrate. More information on those can be found on our website, channel3000.com. Other upcoming holiday celebrations are being altered for social distancing as well, including traditional Easter egg hunts. Normally, hundreds of kids search for Easter eggs around St. Peter's Lutheran Church in Arlington. Instead, this year, the church is passing out bags filled with candy and children's activities, as well as palm branches ahead of Palm Sunday tomorrow. Pastor Christopher Amen says the church is hoping to keep some normalcy as people adjust to a new way of life.
We want to say life still moves on. Easter still comes. Spring comes. We look forward to that life that's coming. That's what we celebrate as the church, the life our Lord provides for us and gives. And so what a great, beautiful day we actually got for it, too.
The church is also accepting food pantry items in exchange for a ticket in an Easter basket drawing. Those items will go to the Prairie Pride Pantry. Let's get a look at your first warned weather with Gary Canalti. Spring's here. That means some showers, but we had some sunshine today.
Yeah, a little cooler today compared to yesterday when we were in the mid-60s, but we have more sunshine today, and it was a pretty nice day. The time-lapse from the Queen Bee Radio Skycam on Platteville shows some early morning clouds moving out, and then skies were generally sunny through the day, just a few passing clouds in the afternoon, but even towards sunset, this is looking toward the north, skies are generally clear. Now, there might be a few clouds moving to far southern Wisconsin, but other than that, things very quiet for tonight on Doppler track. No precipitation across the state. 3 things in the forecast that you need to know. It'll be a little milder tomorrow. High temperature should be in the upper 50s compared to the lower 50s that we saw today. There'll be a shower chance on Monday. Much of the day, I think, will be dry with high temperatures again in the middle to upper 50s. But then it'll turn very mild with high temperatures close to 70 on Tuesday. There'll be some pre-afternoon shower and thunderstorm chances that will linger into Tuesday evening before they come to an end. And then much colder weather is on the way for the end of next week. High temperatures today, lower 50s here through much of south central Wisconsin away from Lake Michigan. Notice it was a little cooler to our north and west, even though they had bright sunshine. This area started out with a couple of inches of snow on the ground last night, but that melted during the day. As we look at weather track now, skies are generally clear through much of the Midwest, a little cloud cover passing to the south of us. But notice these clouds dropping southward pretty rapidly. There's a pretty strong cold front working its way down the west coast. That's a sign of things to come. It'll buckle a jet stream, giving us a brief shot of milder air for Tuesday, but then that'll be followed by a shot of colder air for the second part of next week. It looks like temperatures will stay below normal as we head through the Easter weekend and probably into the start of next week as well. As we look at weather track right now, the jet stream west to east. When we see that, that usually means mild Pacific air. The cold air is locked up to the north, the mild air or the warmer air is down to the south, and you don't see much in the way of a temperature contrast. High pressure is located up near Lake Superior, so it's keeping things relatively cool here. Current temperatures are generally in the 30s across the state, although some upper 20s already in northwestern Wisconsin. But with time, these winds that are out of the north will switch around to the southeast and eventually to the south, and that will start the warm up. So tomorrow, with getting winds out of the south-southeast, we'll see high temperatures in the upper 50s. More cloud cover on Monday, a chance of a shower. Most of the day should stay dry. Look for high temperatures in the upper 50s. And then as we head into Tuesday, we'll see some shower and thunderstorm chances, especially in the afternoon, right along the cold front. And then winds will start to shift around to a more westerly direction and eventually a northwesterly direction as we head into the latter part of next week. And that's when the real cool down will take place. So for tomorrow, mostly sunny skies, a little milder than today. High temperature at 57. As we look at the 7 to 10 day forecast, 59 on Monday with a shower chance, maybe a thunderstorm Monday night. Tuesday, cloudy with some showers, perhaps some thunderstorms in the afternoon with a high of 69. Those will end, and then we'll see some showers Wednesday afternoon on a second cold front. After that, temperatures drop off. Only upper 40s for Thursday and Friday. Low 50s for the Easter weekend. Easter itself could see a couple of scattered rain showers and chilly weather at least into the start of the following week with highs only in the upper 40s to around 50. So, you know, we've had some mild weather. Now we've got to make up for some cool weather, just kind of balance out the scales.
Balance it all out. All right. Thank you so much, Gary.
Okay.
Still ahead on News 3 Now at 10. The NFL draft is less than a month away. So how are teams getting ready to draft players? That story next in sports.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
I get a lot of questions about my insane love of Atkins chocolate peanut butter bars. Question for you. Why should I eat Atkins bars if I'm not on Atkins? Does not matter, Kelly. You don't have to be doing Atkins to get the benefits of the bars. Peanut butter, chocolate, 16 grams of protein, and not too much in the sugar and net carbs department. So no empty, hungry feeling an hour later. Good deal. Whether you're doing Atkins or not, try one. You'll see.
For over 80 years, Nissan has been with you through thick and thin. And now is no different. We're offering payment options for current owners. And our service departments are here to help. And for future owners, we're offering no payments for 90 days on 14 models. This is help when you need it.
Listen, I love to grill, but we don't always have time. Go get them. That's when Johnsonville Flame Grilled Sausage is perfect. Tastes grilled because Johnsonville already grilled it. So you get that famous Johnsonville flavor any night of the week.
We are a community that cares and shares. Always have been. We've been there for each other. And now we need each other more than ever. Our editorials are but one reflection of that commitment to be here for you when you need us. With news, information, service, and perspective you can trust. Because we share your concerns. And we can and we will help. It's what we do.
This election season, politicians are targeting Wisconsin, making promises and claims to capture your vote. But you deserve the truth. Only Reality Check gives you the tools you need to make informed choices. I'm News 3 Now political reporter Amy Reed. I'm breaking down political ads, explaining whose money is behind them and separating truth from misinformation. Get the facts with Reality Check, only on News 3 Now.
The COVID-19 crisis has hit Madison's restaurant industry hard, and they need our help. That's why News 3 Now, Channel 3000, and Madison Magazine are partnering with Kesnick's, asking you to donate to the SOS fundraiser. 100% of your financial gift will help local restaurant employees stay in their homes and provide for their families. Go to Kesnick's SOS Fund on the GoFundMe page to contribute and help us keep Madison the vibrant foodie destination we all know and love.
Download the Channel 3000 First Warn Weather app today.
Draft is now less than 3 weeks away, and officials from each team are now getting ready to draft players virtually. That's according to ESPN's Adam Schefter. Commissioner Roger Goodell sent out a note to owners and teams more than a week ago, stating the draft will go on as planned. But general managers of teams were reportedly concerned that with the COVID-19 outbreak and OTAs already canceled, there won't be time to get physicals done, but the draft will start on April 23rd as planned. Players will be participating live virtually as well. Meanwhile, no one in the NBA has played in a game since the middle of March. The league is looking to what's happening in Asia, though, to figure out on what to do next. China delayed the restart of its league this week, while South Korea canceled the rest of the basketball season altogether. So if the NBA were to restart, how would that even work? Would teams get a few days to get players back into game shape? Well, Bucks center Brooke Lopez has some ideas on that.
Week or so, mini camp. I don't know if guys want to hear a term of a training camp or a mini camp or something like that, but a week of pretty good practices, maybe a game or two preseason and go from there. But obviously this is me just throwing something out there. I'm sure Adam and Adam Silver and everyone on his end obviously have a more well thought out and educated plan than I do.
Not a bad idea, though, Brooke. I agree with you. No shortage of talent in this year's 8-member Naismith Memorial Basketball Hall of Fame class. The group headlined by Tim Duncan, Kevin Garnett, and the late Kobe Bryant. Kobe's wife, Vanessa, said earlier how much this meant to their family because it's something Kobe worked towards every single day. Meanwhile, Duncan, a 5-time champion, 2-time MVP in his 19 seasons with the Spurs, says he went to the ceremonies of Michael Jordan, John Stockton, and other former players, so it's an honor to be in such elite company.
I think of the people who are in the Hall of Fame, and to be a part of that class is the special part. Obviously, we have an incredible class this year with the people who are going in, but even beyond that, being a part of the history of basketball, the legends of basketball, being a part of that is the big thing for me.
Well, a little throwback today. 5 years ago today was a very good day for the Wisconsin basketball team. The Badgers beat Kentucky to end the Wildcats' perfect 38-0 season. We unfortunately can't show you the highlights because it's a March Madness game because of NCAA rules, but here's some shoot-around practice before that game. Badger fans will never forget Sam Decker's dagger with 1:43 to go in the game to put Wisconsin in the lead. And, of course, Frank Kaminsky, the National Player of the Year that year, he scored 20 points and 11 rebounds in the game. Definitely, I saw, Amanda, all over social media today, basketball fans and players, too, posting a throwback Saturday, I guess, if you will, to that game 5 years ago.
Yeah, it's good to, even though we can't watch it, think about it, even though we don't have sports right now, something to think about, look back on, makes us feel a little better.
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you so much, Melissa. We'll be right back.
For over 40 years, Kitchen Idea Center has partnered with discerning contractors, designers, and architects, bringing their clients' vision to life, featuring Play-Doh woodwork cabinetry. Kitchen Idea Center, designing for you and your life.
I'm Kelsey Grammer. My dad was gunned down at his home at the age of 38. 6 years later, my sister was brutally raped and murdered. When my father's killer was released, I found out through the National Enquirer. It seemed like a cruel joke. In my sister's case, I have been allowed a voice in the parole hearings of her killers. But that's not always true in Wisconsin. Marcy's Law ensures equal rights to victims and their families to be informed and heard. Please vote for additional rights for crime victims. Vote yes on Marcy's Law.
Coming together makes us stronger. And Ford is built to lend a hand, especially now, with 6-month payment relief. Buy a new Ford. We'll defer 3 payments and make 3 payments for peace of mind up to 6 months. Shop at Ford.com or contact your Ford dealer to find out more about home delivery and other vehicle service options. You have a lot to take care of. Let us help take care of you.
It's here. Instant funding online from SpeedyCash.com. Don't have time to stop by a Speedy Cash store? Get cash now, no matter where you are. Apply for a loan using the Speedy Cash app. If approved, funds apply to your debit card in minutes with instant funding from SpeedyCash.com. Apply now. It's fast. Go to SpeedyCash.com for instant funding today.
Did you know 50% of your body weight rests in the middle while you sleep? That's why Sealy's exclusive Posturepedic technology reinforces the center where you need it most. But don't take my word for it. Come to Denver Mattress and see for yourself. Plus, get a free $200 Furniture Row gift certificate with the purchase of select Sealy hybrid mattress sets, and rest easy knowing every mattress comes with our 365-night better sleep guarantee. Shop Sealy at Denver Mattress today, the easiest way to get the right mattress.
At US Cellular, we're building a powerful new 5G network that breaks down barriers. Because it's only fair that you get uninterrupted service, so you can work without obstacles and stream without disruptions. 5G, now available in Wisconsin. Unlimited data starts at $30 a month. It's the best value in wireless. Switch today for just $30 a month with 4 lines. US Cellular. Choose fair.
Searching for a new kitchen? Look no further than Kitchen Ideas Center, a trusted kitchen design center for over 40 years, featuring Play-Doh woodwork cabinetry. Kitchen Ideas Center, designing for you and your life.
Have a consumer issue? Contact the News 3 Now Call for Action team.
Apart to avoid spreading the coronavirus. So in Florida, that means about the length of an alligator. Leon County, Florida is sharing this visual aid to help residents understand. They also note it should be a large alligator.
And no, make sure you stay away from the mouth end of the alligator.
The alligator as well.
Well, temperatures today were in the lower 50s. Right now, they're dropping off into the middle 30s across most of southern Wisconsin. Tomorrow, look for high temperatures in the upper 50s with sunshine, and then see milder weather for the start of next week and colder weather at the end of next week.
All right. Thanks for joining us.